What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, got a great comment here from Wolfshire, which I wanted to share with you guys here. Yes, I know I need to get back to just doing all the comments here, but for the time being, I'm going to pick and choose at least where the ones that make the most sense. Shout out to Wolfshire. Thank you for leaving this comment. Let's go ahead and dive in. It says, here's my issue with SPS. The SPS staking for rewards. To earn decently in Champ, you need about 500,000 SPS staked. So if by some miracle SPS hits 25 cents, you'd need $125,000 USD to earn decently in Champ. That's just ridiculous. They need to adjust the SPS needed to earn to a reasonable amount for your average customer. A battle pass system like the Wild Pass is a better system for gating bots from earning than staked SPS. Okay, so I understand where Wolfshire is coming from, but I actually fundamentally disagree with this because in my opinion, I know we're trying to get the masses to come in, but one of the fascinating things about Splinterlands is the idea that there's only 3 billion SPS tokens out there. And, I think 4%, over 4% has already been burned. We only have half that's minted and currently in circulation, about 1.5 billion. So when you think about the amount of people that can earn at the highest levels, it is very limited. It is very gated. And to me, that's actually a really cool thing, right? Now, here's the crazy part. I mean, if SPS, like you said, by some miracle, hits 25 cents, and all of a sudden, people are earning stupid amounts of money in the game all the way at the top. But keep in mind, that'll flow all the way to the bottom, right? Like if you're at a lower level and you're only earning 1 SPS per win in Wild or in Modern, even winning 25 cents per win is huge, right? Or even half an SPS, 12 cents per win is huge. I mean, that starts to add up. And this is why it's super exciting because, yes, will it be gated for the people who stuck around? Will they be rewarded, the ones who accumulated and are able to come in and earn the highest amounts? Yes, but that's how it kind of works with everything, right? So the way that I'm seeing it, right, overall, the way that I'm seeing it is that this is exactly like staking SPS and earning SPS rewards, or it's like owning stock in a company, right? The more you have, the more you earn. The only difference this time is you're not just earning it passively, you also have to go out and win games, right? You have to have the collection to go out and win the games too. Now, the other part of this that I want to talk about, and this is why it's so important, is the fact that SPS rentals are playing a factor here. Yes, not everybody is going to be able to come in and earn a ton and own the required amount of SPS, but SPS rentals will offer an opportunity, and as long as it can be ROI positive for somebody to come in and rent SPS, rent cards, and come away with more than what they're paying for the rentals, you'll see that start to come in. We'll reach some kind of equilibrium. We'll probably like jump above it, then below it, jump above it, then below it throughout the bull run, right? Until the bear market comes back and then everything starts to go downhill and everything that was overinflated, hopefully SPS will be one of them, right? Everything that was overinflated will come back to reality. But I actually think that the system is designed in a very unique way compared to other games. Splinterlands, for better or for worse, with this earning style is not really meant for the masses, right? It's not meant to be able to cater to hundreds of thousands or even millions, multi-millions of players earning at the highest levels. And that's what makes it fascinating, right? Because it's a Web3 based game, so scarcity is a huge factor in that. And therefore the people that are, that either own the SPS or have earned the SPS over the last couple of years, this is their opportunity once SPS hits 25 cents, right? To really cash in on that, to really have that advantage over people who decided to come in later. Now, to your point, right? I think that there should be other game modes that offer you a chance to play. And this is where the Web 2 side of things come in, right? I think, not soulbound cards, but like ghost card tournaments, ghost card ranked or something. All that stuff would be interesting to have a Web 2 version of this game entirely to bring people in that love the game for the game itself. But when it comes to earning, there's only a few select people that can do it. And I don't mean that in a like, oh, this is going to be gated to everybody. It's literally scarcity, right? Like Because the flip side of this argument is like, oh, well, you should make it so that kitty, everybody should have a Byzantine kitty, or everybody should have a Jotun. Yeah, I think there are certain elements in which you can, like I said, a ghost card tournament, a ghost card league, or whatever it is, where you can have everybody have access to the best cards in the game. But the reason those cards are awesome, and the reason that they hold their value, or at least somewhat hold their value, is because they're scarce in terms of being able to use them to earn in the game, right? There's only X amount printed, whether it's Kitty or Jotun, whether it's any of the other, promo cards or cards that just have a low print rate. All of that stuff plays into this, and it's scarcity, right, and demand for those scarce assets that really drives why people want them, why people want to get into the game. So I understand where you're coming from, and I don't disagree that there needs to be something for the masses, but reducing the SPS requirement, in my opinion, is not it. I mean, maybe if we get to a certain point, right, and this is where it'll get interesting. It'll have nothing to do with the SPS price, but if enough SPS gets burned, then maybe we can readdress this and say, hey, you know what? We've burned maybe 2/3 or 1/3 of the SPS out there. Maybe we should reduce the requirements. But again, that would be more like a team decision, right? On however they want to handle that. It wouldn't be something that comes back to the SPS stakers. Either way, right? Yes, that number is changeable. It's moldable. But at this point in time, I think it's perfect where it's at, right? Yes, if we get to 25 cents and we end up burning a ton of SPS along the way, I mean, we'll have other problems, other good problems, right? To go along with that. And therefore, yes, we can, if we burn that much SPS, we'll be able to talk about how, start having discussions about, hey, maybe we should start to reduce this just so that we can get the same number of players. But you might even have people who push back on that. You might have people who come back and say, well, no, like, the people who held on to their SPS, right, and didn't burn it, didn't buy, or didn't sell it, they are now like the top holders because it's even scarcer. So you might get an argument that comes in that way. But overall, I think that SPS rentals provide an opportunity for this. And I'll tell you, man, if we hit 25 cents, and yes, you need 125,000 to get into the game and to be able to earn. One, you won't actually need 500,000 SPS in order to earn decently in this game. I think if you have 25,000 SPS, right, literally like a fraction of that, you'll still be able to earn. And that's the idea, right? Because the value will drive to SPS indirectly through the flywheel, and then directly through, actually staking SPS. And so therefore the people who are willing to hold theirs for the longest term, as SPS becomes scarcer and scarcer and needs to go higher and higher in price because of that, right? And again, none of this is guaranteed, but because of that, it'll be something that, scarce, like that's the whole point, right? Scarcity is the whole point. So hopefully that makes sense. But I get where you're coming from. I just kind of fundamentally disagree with the scarcity aspect for now. Although I do think, and this is, again, the important part here, for your average customer, and this is where I think that we should have something that can cater to the masses, cater to Web 2, there should be something available so that people can participate in any type of environment, right? And that's where I think ghost cards can really come in and do something awesome. But that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.